Hello, my gods and goddesses. Thank you so much for coming back again at the Temple of Venus. It is your high priestess here, Wendelin, and I hope that you guys are having a day, weekend. Today, we're going to talk about what we feed our subconscious mind because our subconscious mind, it is a part of our daily programming of how we perceive the world and how we see everything, all the things that happen to us during the day. The subconscious mind runs on its own program. That program is shaped by what we allow into our world, what we perceive, and what we think. So, what we're giving attention to, that's going to grow. So, if you find yourself constantly fighting with someone, or you're constantly fighting with different people at work, then you have to like really reflect on that and ask yourself, is this a universal experience? Is everybody having this experience? And why is it that you're having this experience? And is that the experience that you want to have? And what are you allowing into your field, your grid that allows you to keep manifesting that particular experience? What are you giving your attention to? Because does that attention give you happiness or does it give you misery? What you give your attention to is what's going to grow the most because your attention creates your reality. It's not just what you want, it's about what you're focused on every single day. It doesn't matter what you want. When you say that you desire these items and your frequency is constantly on a state of desire, but you're not getting it or you're not aligned with what you're trying to actively receive in your life, what's going to happen is that you're going to bring misery upon yourself. That is a recipe for misery. So you have to learn how to train your subconscious mind and how to be intentional about what you allow into your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is very much an algorithm. It's not different than your Instagram feed or your TikTok feed. It is your For You page. So what you choose to allow into your vicinity, your circle, whether it be the type of job you have, the environment you live, how people treat you, whatever you allow into that space is going to be spoken to your subconscious and it's going to keep giving you just that. So you're feeding it the reality that you want. So it's important that you're very mindful of the thoughts that you have because those same thoughts can create misery or peace. Now, as you're having these thoughts, I want you to know that these thoughts are connected to the ethereal realm, right? So the ethers are picking up your thoughts, or your thoughts exist in the ethers. Your thoughts arise from the subconscious part of your mind into the conscious. But remember that we've talked about dark matter and how dark matter and the ethers are both connected. So, whatever that you have going on in that lower um, energy field of yours in your subconscious will manifest and will come out um, into your real life. So, what you have to stop doing is stop looking for external validation. And this is why this is really important. Why external validation doesn't matter is because you are a goddess. And when you walk into that god or goddess energy, you will also realize that you have the ability to shift your own life. So the external validation shouldn't matter because you have to know who you are internally. And if you know that you're a goddess and you know that you can manipulate the world because it's all just a video game anyway, right? You can change yourself. You can become someone different because you are in tune with your internal self and you're not seeking external validation. Because if that's what you're looking for, you're always going to find misery. You have to understand how your own mind works and not work on external approval. Now, sometimes we take our emotional experiences as though they're truthful, but it might not actually reflect reality. So, it's a difference between your own awareness of what is actually happening, what you're experiencing, and an illusion and how you shift like let's say you're unhappy, you don't like that something is happening, how you shift that is you actually have to tell yourself a different story. And when you tell yourself a different story, you're challenging that emotional state of being. You have to basically, I don't want to say lie to your mind sometimes, but you have to tell your mind a lie so that you can exist and go to the next level, so that you can make it through the next day, because you have to exist in this world. And you are a co-creator of your own life, right? So you have to draw your own conclusion about who you are, regardless of if you are that physically or not. It's okay to create an illusion for yourself so that you can grow. Um, so be mindful of like your emotional responses. Like, let's say you went through a breakup and now you're really sad. Well, it's okay to tell yourself things that can like boost your sense of self and get you from point A to point B, because you have to exist, because you're challenging those thoughts in your subconscious mind. Um, Suffering itself, the concept of suffering, only comes from perception. That is why you can also manipulate your own thoughts. And it might not be what it really is. You have the ability to change your viewpoint on your story of suffering, right? So you could, you hear these rags to riches story, and the reason why people are attracted to those type of rags to riches stories, because there was once upon a time a suffering person that changed, and now they're supposedly a happy person. So if you are currently suffering, plan on telling your rag to riches story. Put yourself together as if you're going to manifest that richer part. And when I say rich, I'm not necessarily talking about wealth wise. I'm talking about going from a place of sadness into a place of happiness. That's how we associate like rags to riches. And then we're going to move on into your own desires. So, your perception of suffering does not have to exist. You have full control of that. And you can use your desires as a way to move your body into action. So you're suffering right now and you have this desire, you're in the frequency of desire to move you to an action, to get you to an outcome. There's nothing wrong with that. So never obsess about external fixations. Don't obsess about the external part. Move internally and try to find your true alignment and what you are actually meant to be as you grow in your own spiritual practices. Everything is how it should be. It is exactly the way that we envisioned The universe is not making any mistakes. You're where you should be. And if you're watching this video, it's because you were looking to be uplifted. All right, thank you so much, guys, for stopping by today at the Temple of Venus. I will see you on the next video. And as always, it is done. You got it, sis.